On December the 9th, we were called in front of the board to discuss our wish to improve the youth facilities and for them to give us multiple reasons why they thought that was a bad idea. Fast forward 3 weeks, it is now January the 2nd. They've come to me and said, hey, maybe we should have a meeting to discuss improving the youth facilities. What a bang-up idea. I wish I'd thought of it. Meanwhile, we are on the verge of taking on Fortaleza CEIF from Colombia in the second qualifying round of the Copa Libertadores, our first appearance in Continental competition, and it's getting ready to start in just a moment, but we have been playing in the Sao Paulo State Championship. Things did get off to a bit of a rough start. We really didn't have a preseason. We tried to set up a couple of friendlies. We got rejected, and then, of course, those dates were locked out. So we came in cold, taking on non-league Portuguesa. We needed a penalty conversion from Igor to tie things up at 1 in the 78th minute to salvage a draw. But then in our first home tilt, we pulled off a massive shock, beating Palmeiras by a score of 2-1 and also beating our former goalkeeper, Andre. Palmeiras not in our group this year. Then it was a bit of a back and forth affair against São Bernardo before we finally broke free in the second half. Goals from Edson Jose, Manuel Rodriguez, and Beto put us over the top in a 6-3 barn burner. And then Ferroviaria, the non-league version, another 1-1 draw. And in this one, they did take a lead early in the second half before Edson Jose tied things up. But we're still unbeaten in 4. Make that 5 as we beat Ponte Preta on the road by a score of 2-1. Leonardo picked up his first assist in this match. Bragantino then came in, and I thought this was going to be a tougher match than it actually was. We took the lead in the 8th minute behind a goal from Arisvaldo Pereira. He would add another in the 34th. Leonardo would score his first goal of the season, and it would end up a 3-1 score. And then we just absolutely destroyed Inter de Limeira by a score of 4-0. We did sit most of our starters, or at least the big guns. So that meant no Caio Henrique. That meant no Manuel Rodriguez. That meant no Igor. Well, he's been injured anyway, but Ivanzinho was on the bench as well, and we still took care of business. Sebastião could be entering the race for that defensive midfield position. He made his debut in this match, and he scored his first professional goal as well. The board did set us the goal of making the quarterfinals. It's looking pretty good right now. We sit second on the table, only behind Santos, except Santos is also in our group, so we only are in second place. But with 5 matches left to go, we are 13 points clear of 15. I think we're going to be okay. Guarani, absolutely pathetic this year in the Sao Paulo State Championship. Just the 1 draw and a single point through 7 matches. Now, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from the Copa Libertadores, but I do know we are going with our A team. It's Pedro Mantovani in goal, although Jonathan did pick up a clean sheet in that last match. He's only allowed 2 goals in 3 appearances. So far, so good for him, but we knew Mantovani and his experience is what we wanted to rely on continentally wise. It's going to be Ivanzinho, Carlau, Canella, and Souza Silva. Igor is still not on the bench. He's still recovering from his injury. Beto will be at the base of the midfield behind Leonardo and Edson Jose. Rodriguez, Caio Henrique on the wings, Pereira up front. And just a quick look at Leonardo, he's already starting to continue to develop. 1 goal, 2 assists in 6 appearances. Could his numbers be a little bit better? Yes, but look at that value. He's worth about 17 million. I am very excited to see what he can do. Based on my Team Talk options, apparently we are the favorites in this match. Hopefully that's not just because we are at home, but because we are Brazilian, and Brazil absolutely rules for the most part this competition, although Argentina would probably like to have a word with us. They're playing a 4-4-2, and Leonardo, hopefully he has himself a nice little game here. Did take him a couple of matches to really get his sea legs. He was pulling like 6.5, 6.6 ratings, which is not fantastic by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, one of those was against Palmeiras, so grain of salt, but he has really turned it on in the last couple of matches, and he's made some really good plays. He's come awfully close on a couple goals as well. Caio Henrique moving past his man, plays it inside. Edson Jose gives it back to him. He's in deep. Pereira can't get it home. It's played in toward Leonardo, and there he goes. He's got his first goal And the first goal ever for Ituano in the Copa Libertadores. It is 1-0. Caio Henrique. Nice square pass. It got past Pereira, but ended up back at his feet. So he played it out. Enrique found Leonardo cutting into the box late. 1-0, your score. My only regret is that we couldn't register Leonardo last year and get a little bit more experience under his belt at Serie A before he joins the league this year. Ivanzinho chipping it back post, finding Caio Henrique. Does the flag stay down? It looks like it will, and we have taken a 2-0 lead. Ivanzinho may have picked up the assist there, but it was Leonardo getting things started by getting the ball into Ivanzinho, and then Ivanzinho got it back from Manuel Rodriguez. But meanwhile, Fortaleza has a corner. Canella clears it away into the feet of Beto. Played forward, Leonardo is the man up front, and he's going to take it himself. He's going to get it into the box. Behind the defense, he shoots, and the goalkeeper, Cian Liachi, is able to make the save and will force a corner. Cian Cailini, I'm sorry. I tried to read his name a little bit too fast. Sue me. This is the first time I'm dealing with Colombian names. It's going to take me a minute. Still a lot of action in the Fortaleza end. Oh, Ivanzinho gets dispossessed. The counterattack is on. Bordone carrying it wide to the right. We are managing to get players back. There's Rodriguez, although Bordone will get around him. Balanta getting it back from Salas into the middle. Cantillo will lay it back. It's over the outstretched arm of Montavani, but also over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. So not a lot of trouble. They've only managed 2 shots on goal so far. Meanwhile, we have had 7 of our 8 shots on target. We are outperforming our XG, and we are outperforming the competition. So this is a 2-legged affair, and obviously we'll be bringing you the second leg in this episode. We do have one more match in the Sao Paulo State Championship in between, but we're going to take care of that off camera. Hopefully we're able to keep our nice little unbeaten streak going in the competition. That would be great. It would be even better if we could pass Santos and actually take first place in our group, but you know, that's really outside of our control. Obviously, we don't take on Santos, so that's not something that we have any say in, really. We just have to do our best in the competition and hope that they stumble somewhere along the way. Hopefully, we don't stumble in this match. Still 40 minutes remaining in this second half. Ball cleared away. Bordone is going to head it forward. Can't pick out Rivaldo, though, so Carlau will play it ahead to Ivanzinho. Another yellow card for Souza Silva. He seems to have picked up a yellow card in every single match he has played. In fact, he is suspended, I believe, for the next Sao Paulo State Championship match. If not that, the season opener in Serie A, which is still about 2 months away. Meanwhile, another attempt on goal is blocked and deflected out, so it will lead to a final third throw. And Ivanzinho getting it in, giving it back to Leonardo into the box. Rodriguez finds Edson Jose, who just cannot hit the target, and we are showing Fortaleza who is boss. Unfortunately, we only have a 2-0 lead, which may not be enough as the series shifts next week to Colombia. Hopefully it can. Now, if we make the third qualifying round, as mentioned previously, we will be either heading to the group stage of the Copa Libertadores with a victory, or the group stage of the Copa Sudamericana with a loss, and Arisvaldo Pereira just padded our lead. Another goal contribution from Leonardo. It's 3-0. Off of the ensuing kickoff, things continue, and Fortaleza in control. Duque tries to get around Rodriguez, cannot do it. He's dispossessed. Leonardo. Rodriguez taking his time. Leonardo finds Edson Jose amongst a host of Fortaleza players. Ivanzinho will get it forward to Arisvaldo Pereira. Back to Canella in our own end up the right side. Souza Silva picks out Caio Henrique. He's got a couple of men in the middle. Henrique circles it back. Edson Jose. It'll be a corner kick as the goalkeeper gets his hands on it. With just about 20 minutes left to go, I think it's safe to make some changes to get Rodriguez out. We are going to bring in Hermes Tucci, who has not seen a lot of action in the Sao Paulo State Championship so far. Gabriel Rosera is going to come out. Caio Henrique will be replaced by Luis Roberto. Edson Jose is going to come out, and William Da Silva is going to take his place. This is just to get more minutes into the legs of more players. We are really trying very hard to make sure that as many players are at least partially match fit as possible so we can make any changes as necessary. With fixtures coming every couple of days, it is necessary for us to rotate the squad quite a bit. We have done that a couple of times in the Sao Paulo State Championship. We've gone back and forth between Montavane and Jonathan, just really trying to get them both some game time experience. Obviously, right now, Montavane is getting that experience at a slightly higher level by playing here in the Copa Libertadores. Souza Silva plays it in. Da Silva out wide. Souza Silva keeps it in. Inside Luis Roberto. William Da Silva. His shot is on. Goalkeeper able to protect that near post pretty well. We'll put it out behind for a corner kick. About 10 minutes remaining in this match. We are going to pull off Leonardo as well. He's just feeling a little bit knackered. We'll bring in Leonel Torqueta, who did get a start in the last match as our left wing. But again, we're just trying to mix things up and get guys in there wherever we can, whenever we can. 16 shots on target out of 20. It was a dominant performance at home, and we're going to head to Colombia with a 3-0 aggregate lead. We always knew it was going to be a tough one taking on Sao Paulo in the capital. It was pouring rain, and we just really could not get going in this one. Although we did hit 67% of the shots we took on target, it was Gabriel Pesh that made the count. We lost 1-0. But that's not the away game that we are worried about. We are taking on Fortaleza CEIF. We are in Colombia, our first time playing outside of Brazil in this save. It's going to be Montavani in goal, a back four of Ivanzinho, Souza Silva, Igor, and Canella. Beto, Edson Jose, and Leonardo are going to be in the midfield. Rodriguez, Caio Enrique, and Arisvaldo Pereira on the attack. Had to remind the team and myself that we cannot afford to get complacent. We are up 3-0 on the tie, but my experience with Football Manager is that can change at any moment, especially when we are on the road. We steal it away early, but there is still a ton of time left for Fortaleza to get into this match. We are dominating possession, however, in the first 5 minutes, which is a very good sign. We just need to get a couple of shots on goal, a couple of shots on target. That'd be great. Let's see if we can get one out of this final third throw. And Ivanzinho, he'll get it back from Leonardo. Laid to Beto. Ivanzinho. Leonardo, edge of the box. Takes a shot left foot and he clanks it off of the crossbar. I told you earlier on, he has come so very close so often. But we cannot score if we do not hit the target. So we have demanded more from our team. Caio Enrique already on a yellow card. He goes for it. He hits the crossbar. Edson Jose can't get a lot on that second attempt. It's cleared away, but Rodriguez will lay it back to Ivanzinho as we look to recycle. Rodriguez trying to put it around the side. We've played 25 minutes in this match. We have taken 2 fantastic shots, neither of which have hit the target or really troubled the goalkeeper. Edson Jose looking back post. Canella, yeah, he didn't with that header either. Honestly, expected a little bit more from that first half, but we only need to hang on and keep this 3-goal lead going for the next 45 minutes. But you can't see it because of my camera's cut off, but I have had my arms crossed this entire match in a very defensive posture because I am absolutely nervous about really blowing this and not making it through to the next round of the Copa Libertadores. Now, Caio Enrique is only on a 6.2. He's got a yellow card. I don't think he's going to be long for this match unless he gets something done offensively. He does play at Edson Jose, who chips it over the top to Rodriguez, who hits the post. We have managed to hit the target 4 times in this match, but none in any highlights. Caio Enrique is going to come out, even though we've only played 55 minutes. Luis Roberto, an exciting 18-year-old who has been out on loan the last couple of years. We think he's ready for the prime time, so he has been our primary backup on that right wing. So we are very, very young on that side. And Yonir Salas, 61 and a half minutes in, cuts into our lead. It's 1-0 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. And this was off of a final third throw-in, which is just so dangerous. And watch, see, he just kind of leaks away from his man. Ivanzinho wasn't able to recover in time. And Fortaleza strikes first in this match. Ivanzinho and Souza Silva are not in the greatest of shape right now. Either is Rodriguez, because they played a lot in the match before. So let's get some changes going here. We are going to bring in Lionel Torquete on the wing. We are going to bring in Velasquez as our left back. The 16-year-old has been pretty darn good every time we have brought him in. He's feeling a little nervous today, but a 6.9 rating and 4 total appearances in the Sao Paulo State Championship, that is not so bad in my book. And Edson Jose is feeling a bit knackered, so Paulo Alexandre coming in to take his place. Notice I did bypass Victor Reis. He is kind of the backup to Leonardo, if we're being perfectly honest. Zima Fortaleza on the attack. Cantillo around the edge of the box. Drops it back. Osorio across. Salas, his attempt is blocked. The return fire is parried away by Montavani, and it will lead to a corner kick. We only have 10 more minutes to endure. We still lead 3-1 on aggregate, although we are not winning on the night. But honestly, that's okay. We were not favorites in this match. We weren't really expecting much. We only played a couple of days before. I don't think Fortaleza has had to see themselves in action since our last match together. And 4 minutes added on, we have played half of that, but they are threatening again. Yaramillo, Igor getting a leg in front of that pass and knocking it clear. Yaramillo, though, getting it again. Torqueta on him. It comes free. Tarazana to Yaramillo, working around the side, trying to get past Velasquez into the middle. And Igor, after a great defensive play just a minute ago, credited with the own goal. It's 2-0, 3-2. Blissfully, there was not enough time for Fortaleza to do anything else. Igor, I cannot believe that he was credited with the own goal there. But we held on, 3-2 on aggregate. We're moving on to the next round of the Copa de Libertadores. And the same Corinthians match keeps getting pushed back in the Sao Paulo State Championship for the Copa Libertadores. We're taking on Emelec from Ecuador. That's happening tomorrow. What a way to end the week. More Copa Libertadores action. It is the third qualifying round. Win and we make the group stage. Lose, we're still playing in South America anyway.